when you work with meeting professionals, the surprise that you must get when humor and laughter are woven into your work, because there is a message that sustains everything underneath. But they always come back to you. From what I've heard and what I've seen is like there's a refreshing surprise or something unexpected about that. That must be so, heartening for you.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I feel an important role, whether I'm emceeing or keynoting, is you need to get the audience engaged. And what's a great way of doing that is obviously through laughter, getting people to laugh, and by laughing, they're having a shared experience. Everyone's involved, and went from I used to do stand up back in the early, from like the late '80s up until 2000. And I used to do comedy at night, 8 p.m. And then I started moving into the corporate world and doing it at 8 a.m. It's a different experience. But what's great about what I really enjoy about doing is that they're not expecting that they're going to come to this meeting and laugh. And so
Yeah.
that's a surprise. And that allows me to really help the organizers have a better event, because I'm shifting the tone right from the beginning. It's not going to be the same old boring meeting. There's actually going to be some fun. They're going to be laughing. They're going to feel some connection with each other. And my job as an MC when I'm emceeing is to connect the people in the audience to what's going on stage. And so one of the net effects of having me there, let's say as an MC, is that the presenters start to loosen up. They see that the audience, can appreciate some jokes here and there. So they tend to be looser. They tend to be funnier. The audience, I mean, it's the same reason they have a comedian warm up, let's say at a concert, or a
That's
performer
right.
there. It's to get people laughing, getting them awake, getting them energized, getting them connected to what's going on stage, and that brings a lot of joy to me that I'm of service to the actual meeting.
Yeah, and, our audience, Scott, you may know, are many are meeting professionals, marketers, event producers, but some are business owners and people from all industries. And I want to clarify one thing: they're incredibly smart, they're incredibly aware, they're incredibly dialed in. But for those that don't know, the 80s and 90s that Scott referred to, that was last century. So, he's talking about, a different era, fossils, if you will.
I
But in
was
all
working
serious,
back in the 1900s. Yes.
exactly, way back.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, it's not laughter for laughter's sake or humor for humor's sake or just being whimsical to lighten up the mood. There is I use the word sustain. There is a message. There is content. There is a learnings, if you will. Talk about that blend and how you make that blend.
Well, one of the things I talk about in my keynote is building relationships and making connections, and that through building relationships, you want to have an emotional connection. You want to. One of the things I talk about is just shifting your mindset from what can you get from that person to what can you give to that person. And as a performer, I think especially a comedian, our journey has always been about, in the beginning, we're doing it so much for us. We want the laughter. We want to feel good. And then that crossover, and that's when a comedian really sort of takes off, when they don't need anything from the audience, that it's all for the audience. And so I let them, through the comedy and through what I'm talking about, they can experience what it's
Yeah.
like when someone's doing something for them, when they make it about them. So all the humor that I do is all customized to them, about their business. So they also see, hey, not only do I want to make an effort to emotionally connect with someone, but people can tell when you're focused on them and not focused on yourself. So that gets transmitted through the bits I'm doing, through the comedy, and I'm building a relationship. You have to feel, when you're laughing, you feel connected to the person who's making you laugh. And that's just one way. And I talk about that. That's just one way of creating an emotional, reaction or emotional connection. It could be through being of service. It could be through appreciation or gratitude. The point is to do something for someone else and not make
Yeah.
it about yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's where the attention is. And,
Mhm.
again, I just want to speak to our subscribers and viewers. Thank you for coming back. And for the first timers, we appreciate it. Love us, like us, comment. But, what Scott just referred to, and, this is specifically for our audience, is where the attention is.